What's up, YouTube? Antdolla here with 10 tips on how you can promote your music as an independent artist.
Talk about it, let them talk about it. Put it on the blog, let them talk about it. Talk about it, let them talk about it. Put me on the.
Alright, so let's get into it. You know, you always see these type of videos and you always get advice and you're always hearing things from people that are kind of in the music industry. Maybe they wrote a song, maybe they went to the recording studio once or twice. So, I'm not here to judge anybody, but I'm here to give you things that I'm actually implementing myself right now, that I know to work, that I know have worked, and that I know if you consistently apply these principles and these techniques, these tips that I'm giving you, not only will you see success, but you'll see independent success, which you're in control of. Once you go and sign to a major, and I'm not knocking it, if that's what your goal is, perfect, focus on that, do what you want to do. But I'm just of the mindset, of the belief, of the thinking that owning my own shit is better for me in the long run. That's just me though. Anyway, let's get into it. So number one, and this may sound counterproductive to being successful as a musician, but follow me as I talk about it. Get a job. Get some sort of income coming in first. Get some sort of way to make money, whether it be mowing lawns or flipping signs, flipping burgers, dropping the french fries, mopping the floors, whatever it is. You can't be too good to do those odd jobs to get to where you want to go, because we all get pimped, we all get played at some point. Tupac told us that. It just depends on how long you getting pimped and played and what's your end goal, what's your result. So, get a job. Find one if you can that you like. I don't really know how possible that is. I've rarely liked jobs that I've had before, but you may get lucky. I know a lot of people that like working in the job that they have. So, you just gotta look around and be patient and understand that this is a marathon, not a sprint. You'll hear me say that all the time. The fuck, man? Really? Alright. Now 1A about that though. If you're creating original music, do not hesitate to put it up on TuneCore. Get it up on one of those aggregators so you can get paid for that, and make sure people can't, they can steal it, I guess, but you'll still be getting paid for it because it'll get recognized in the internet universe that is. On Facebook recognizes my songs, YouTube recognizes them, Shazam, all of that stuff. So get it up on TuneCore quick. If it's only one song, it's $10 to do it. I think the albums are $29.99 now, and that's 2 or more songs, 3 or more songs, something like that. So, those are the prices for it, but it is worth it. That is a yearly price, and it does charge, automatically renews by itself. So make sure you are mindful of that before you sign up. But definitely get it up there quick so you can at least get a couple cents. And submit it to Pandora, all of that. Make sure you do it early on. Don't waste time. Don't wait on it, because you want to be getting paid for the work that you're doing. Number 2, and this is going to sound obvious, and maybe it doesn't sound obvious to some people, because if you listen to what's on the radio and what we hear all the time, it doesn't always apply under this principle. But make great music. Make great music. Make great music. Make great music. Focus on making great music, because let me tell you this. One thing I do know is that all those songs that you put up online, that you got on your YouTube channel, that are 6 years old now, shit like that, they still get listens. Actually, in the last month, I got a song that I put up, 3 or 4 years ago, that has been one of my top videos this month. And that just goes to show you that you never know what someone's going to stumble upon, what someone's going to like. And if you have great music, if you practice that principle all the time, it doesn't matter if they listen to it right when it comes out or 10 years after it comes out, because they're going to love it, and you can still make a fan that way. So always make great music. Number 2, you'll never be ashamed or afraid to send something off when someone requests it. I used to put myself in situations, this is way back in the day, when I didn't really understand the importance of making great music, and great not just content but quality wise. You want to make sure it's recorded well, you want to make sure that it sounds good, that it's sonically pleasing. But back to the point, you know, my recording quality wasn't great, and when I would send it over to industry people, industry professionals, I would always feel like, that song is good, but you know, are they gonna like the crackling in the background, or I didn't really give my all to that record. So you want to make sure that you're making great music, great sounding music. Number 3, focus on one social media site, but study 3 to 5 of them. Like me personally, you know, I really focus on my YouTube channel. That's like my number one. That's like my baby right there. But my other baby is my Twitter. You know, I love my Twitter fams. I was gonna say Twitter fans. I don't got fans. I got Twitter fams. And you know, those are the 2 that I focus on, even though I tell you to focus on one. YouTube is the main focus. Like if I only had to choose one, I would go to YouTube. And the reason why I say that personally is because, you know, obviously I could put video content up here so you can see me. It's something I can upload to daily so you can always see me. I can always be in front of you. I can always present myself to you. But I mean, you can get paid off of it. You put up the right video, you put up the right number of videos, the right collection of videos, you may start making a decent living, a great living off of this platform. So to me, as an artist, as someone that's an independent artist, someone that wants to remain independent, that's a real important thing for me. So I choose YouTube personally. That's the one I would recommend, just for all those factors tying into one. It's a social site. You can chat, all of those things. But make sure you're watching 3 or 5 of those sites. Like for me, it's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. SoundCloud sometimes. And about SoundCloud, if you make cover songs, like I make a lot of cover songs on my channel, and you know, you flip beats or whatever you're doing, be careful when you post them to SoundCloud, because they will take them off of there. Like I had not a lot, but I had a couple of great cover songs on there that did really well for me, got me a lot of comments, a lot of views, a lot of plays, etc., etc., and they just snatched them off of there with no warning. So be careful if you're doing cover songs on SoundCloud. Number 4, understand the 80-20 rule on your social site. Except YouTube doesn't really apply because it's not like a stream or anything. But 80% of the time you're promoting content that is helpful. You know, maybe an article, maybe a funny quote, maybe an inspiring quote, maybe a picture, maybe a video, funny video, whatever the case may be. 80% of the time you want to put something like that up. 20% of the time it could be your content, your music, your video, your Pandora page, whatever the case may be. You don't want to spam people. You don't want to force it down people's throat. Nobody likes that. I mean, think about when Jehovah's Witnesses come knock at the door. What do? Not answer it, right? Because you feel like they're forcing themselves upon you. And that may not be the case. I'm not knocking Jehovah's Witnesses. Y'all do y'all thing. But 80-20, understand that, respect it, and accept it, because that's just the way it is. If you promote it too much, it looks like spam, and nobody likes spam unless it's in a can, you dig? Number 5. Now, there's a rumor going around. I don't know, because I don't have 1,000 of true fans just yet. But the rumor is if you get 1,000 true fans, you can make an actual living, a sizable, sustainable living in this music field, or really any field that you're in. If you get 1,000 people that'll buy, well, I think it's 80%, no, 20% of the time. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know the exact percentage on that, but you know, 1,000 true fans compared to 6 billion, 7 billion people, not a huge chunk of that. You know, every one of us can get 1,000 people to buy into what we're doing. So focus on that and see what happens. I don't really have much more to say on it because I haven't done it yet. But when I do, I'll make the video for you. I got 1,000 subscribers though. Anyways, number 6, wake up earlier. This is something I'm practicing right now. I just started this video at like 5:30 this morning. I know the bed feels good, especially when it's cold outside, it's warm, those blankets feel good, but get your ass up, get to doing something and make it happen, because again, dreams are just dreams unless you put action behind them. And if you really want it, that's what you're going to do. You know, to breathe, I mean, if you were drowning right now you had to make it happen, you would get to the surface even if you didn't know how to swim. You got to be the same way about your career and promoting your career and getting yourself out there and making people believe in what you believe in and the way you believe it, so that they come to you when they're looking for the music. They come to you when they're looking for the videos. They come to you when they're looking for the content. So understand that and respect that rule as well. Number 7, know your demographic. Know who you're looking for, know who you're trying to reach, know who you are recording music for, know who's listening to your music. You got to study your analytics on SoundCloud, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, obviously, because those are things that you need to know. You need to know who is not only listening, because those listeners turn into buyers, and those buyers turn into super fans, and super fans turn into super fans, and they follow you forever. So that's why that's important. Know your demographic, know who you're writing songs to, know who's listening to your songs, know who wants to listen to your songs. Number 8, respond to all your comments across all your social media accounts. I don't care if it's just a thumbs up on Instagram. Hit them back, because even if it's just a spam comment or it's a mass commenting program they got, app, whatever the case may be, it still creates engagement on your post. It still creates engagement on what you have put up there, so that looks good to the algorithm on whatever social sites you are, YouTube, Facebook, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. So always reply to them. You know, it's one thing to comment on your own thing, but if someone else comments on it first, you can always reply to it. So make sure you always do that. Number 9, get healthy. I always want to fuck up some words. Get sexy, get healthy. Like, you know, no one wants to be looking at someone that isn't pleasing to the eye, isn't aesthetically pleasing. You know, you want to make sure that you take your health into concern, not only for the music, obviously. I mean, life concerns, you know what I mean? You only get one man in his life. So you want to make sure that you look the part, you know, and you'll find, I mean, consider this. If I put a picture up of a hot chick on my thumbnail, I'll probably get more clicks than if I put a picture of myself up. Not to knock myself or anything like that, but that's just the way it is. That's the way it goes, you know. We're visual people, especially men, visual creatures. So look good, get healthy, and you feel good. You're more confident. You speak better. You walk with your chest out. So think about that. Consider that into your life, your lifestyle. And number 10, and probably the most important, is be professional at all times. You show up professional. You have professional materials. You speak professionally. You know, you have a professional air about you, because one thing I do know is that once your absence becomes more present than your presence, you're winning. And that's professionality at its best. Professionalism at its best, excuse me, because that's how you get booked for gigs. That's how people start checking for you. That's how people start looking for you. That's when the questions become, okay, I gotta go find it out. You know, that curiosity becomes anxiety, and it becomes a need. It becomes insatiable, you know, and it all starts with professionalism. If it looks good, sounds good, and it presents itself well, then it's gotta be the bomb, right? That's why all these packaged rappers and singers and whatever else work so well, because that's the wave, you know. As long as it looks good, we'll believe it, as long as you show it to us enough times. And one other thing I wanted to mention about making great music, it doesn't matter how big you are, how big you get, you have to continue to stay on that, because, and I'm not trying to knock on nobody, but Lil Uzi is on one of the biggest records, the biggest record in the country, the Bad and Bougie Migos record. But at least in my city, Las Vegas, where I'm at, they never play his verse anymore. They used to all the time, and every time his verse comes on, they never play it. And then I think that's from the backlash of everyone on the internet talking about it, and the yeah, why he keeps saying the same shit. So make great music, make great content, post it up, don't be afraid. If it works, congratulations. If it don't, wake up the next day, try it again, get up early. We're gonna make it happen. With that said, this is another how-to rap and get it popping in rap with your boy antdolla.com. Check it out. I'll talk to y'all niggas tomorrow.
Went from Pontiac to a new Ferrari. Both two doors, just a different glory. You a woulda, coulda nigga telling different stories. On social media, just looking salty. Talk about it, let them talk about it. Put it on the blog, let them talk about it. Talk about it, let them talk about it. Put me on the